All right, third video in a row. Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for when I go live. You can interact with me, but we're going to talk about how do you get your electrolytes on keto omnivore, which is standard keto, where you still eat plants, and keto carnivore, where you're still doing keto and driving ketosis, but you're not eating plants. So on a keto carnivore, you could still eat, no, keto omnivore. Hello. Hello. What you do on a keto omnivore or standard keto when you're still eating plants is you can get your potassium easily through spinach and avocado if you don't have a reaction to these foods. Why people go to keto carnivore. So if you don't, if you eat the spinach, which is loaded in nasty shards of glass, knife poking you oxalates, you got to boil these things to mush. Then after the mush, you have to strain out the water and literally strain out that water, because therein lies a lot of the oxalates. Now you don't get rid of all of them, but you get rid of a lot of the oxalates by boiling the fuck out of it. Squeeze out the water and get rid of the oxalates. Therein lies your potassium. Or avocado, but some of you have a latex allergy. It's also in meats and salts. So keto omnivore covered with the potassium. You're going to supplement your electrolyte magnesium, either transdermal with the potassium, magnesium chloride, or you can do sublingual, oral, exogenous, glycinate if that doesn't work, malate, and if that doesn't work, because some people have a sort of like an allergic reaction to these types, or they don't feel well, you're gonna have to do transdermal. Now with that said, I'll go more into the amounts. Oh, a lot of you are doing citrate because you can't poop, because so many people, especially in the US and Europe and Australia and Africa, a lot of places, are suffering from constipation due to pharmaceuticals, antibiotics, poor diet, this peristalsis, a broken ileocecal valve, low stomach acid, and magnesium citrate is fantastic to get peristalsis going, get that valve to start working, and yeah, super important. So then you would have to take both, either glycinate or citrate, or if you don't have pooping issues, then just the glycinate or malate. Now for keto, and then the sodium is sodium. So you've got that sodium, potassium, magnesium. You're good to go with eating a standard keto diet. Now for those doing a keto carnivore, and I keep calling it keto carnivore because my protocol is we still trying to drive ketosis, okay? Because a lot of people are eating too much protein, so I'll talk about that later. People are eating too much protein on just a strict carnivore, and a lot of people, so now because I have this course page, you sign up through stephanieperson.com. I work with a big group of people, and they're like, everybody's jumping on carnivore, but when the protein gets too high, they're tired, they're not feeling well, and they're still having the thyroid symptoms and the hypoglycemia doing straight carnivore. They don't know what types of meats to consume, and when you're doing a keto carnivore, you must eat organ meats, you must eat especially liver. If you're having any deficiencies, then as far as diamine oxidase, kidney is great for that. And when it comes to a complete set of nutrition, micronutrients, liver is great for that. And brain is really great if you guys have vitamin D deficiency. And the heart also is really great. Actually, just nose to tail, people. Okay. Now, I spoke about fiber coming from connective tissue and cartilage and marrow and mucous membranes and all this stuff. But with that said, the electrolytes get a little bit more precarious for people who've got deficiencies with potassium. Now, if you're doing a keto carnivore, you have to be very, very careful as to not over salt, because that's the one mineral that you've got to take. Now, some people say you don't need salt because there's salt in meat, but some people are really, really having issues with their electrolyte balance, especially heavy sweaters. We're entering sweaters? Not a sweater, but sweaters, like people who sweat. We're entering summer, and when people are not drinking enough water and they're not getting enough sodium from the actual meats, then you can use actual salts, which will have also magnesium and potassium in them at lower levels than these other types of like keto, standard keto, which you still eat plants, cruciferous vegetables. So in keto carnivore, you would get your electrolytes from marrow, from the meats itself, organ meats, especially liver. And then the caveat Okay, I'm recording. I was like, I better be recording this. I'm doing a lot of talking if I'm not recording it. The caveat is that you must be careful how much sodium you take on a carnivore diet, because on a keto carnivore, because that's what the only, not mineral that's not directly coming from animal source foods that I suggest on a keto carnivore protocol. So if you're doing that, please do not over salt your food, because if you're not going to be getting your potassium from supplements or from something like spinach, then if your sodium is high and your potassium is low, you swell up like a friggin' balloon and your electrolytes are out of balance. And also on a keto carnivore, then you would also be taking a magnesium supplement or a transdermal lotion to get into the body. Super important. I'll go more into these details in more videos. Hope you guys like the direction I'm going. I'm talking more about keto carnivore because even myself, if I'm going to suggest this as a way to heal the body, which is the only reason why I recommend keto carnivore, then it is very, very important that you guys do this right. The macro breakdown, I'll go down in another road. And for people who's doing strict keto, you guys are still confused on how to do it. There's a lot of garbage on the internet. People are not in ketosis. They proclaim that they are. As time goes by, they start to gain the weight back because basically they lost water and muscle. They also have electrolyte issues, pounding headaches, lethargy, thyroid, hair falling out, and hypoglycemia doing keto, standard keto omnivore the wrong way. And don't forget to go to my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, because there I post information on my stories every day, every freaking day. And then I also have my Facebook fan page at Stephanie the Business, as in the business person. 51 going on 52. I have to remind people because people think that I'm younger, and if they think that I'm younger, they don't realize how hard it is to work for a body like this. It's a lot of discipline to be on strict keto for all these years. Not one drop of sugar, no alcohol, no caffeine, no bread, no grains, no freaking carrots, no sweet potatoes, nothing, no yellow squash in almost 12 years. So I'm the one person, when people say you can't do this for the long term, listen to me, because if you don't, okay, well, you don't have to, but I recommend that you listen to me, because if you don't do this either or dietary measure, if you don't do it the right way, you can exacerbate your autoimmunity. You can get more sick, and there ain't no weight loss, okay, when the body's inflamed. Okay, insulin's high, glucose is high, you ain't going nowhere. And then you jump off and follow another trend. There you go, guys. I hope you like my new video series and my very professional background. It's not April Fool's today. No. Okay, sorry. I digress. And if you want to sign up for my course or have a consultation, go to stephanieperson.com. And I'm out. Yes, because you know what? I've got some energy. Yeah!